Alright, I'm making this video because I ran into some problems. So I bought this 1990 KTM. Supposedly it runs great and whatnot. But the problem that was happening was the Kickstart was broken from behind. So after me and my boy stripped it, we got down to this part here, and this is the Kickstart gear that came out of this bike. And just before removing it, we started finding all kinds of teeth down here from this unit, and we were trying to figure out where the teeth came from because everything here looks intact. But as soon as we remove this one, you can see that the back is all broken. So this is the actual gearing for the Kickstart. When you engage the Kickstart, you can see where that little bead right there starts to free spin this way, and when you hit the Kickstart, it applies pressure in the opposite direction. But with the teeth being missing here, it would skip until it got to this point, and then it would catch. So you can see that it was there. It was grinding for a while, basically. So we try to hunt down this part here. It's a 1990 KTM 250 two-stroke, and this does not exist anywhere anymore for this year. So we went and bought a parts bike, almost the same thing like this one. This one's a 1990, and the one we bought, it was a 1991, which is this one, and it didn't have much left, but it did have the casing, the clutch and whatnot, and of course the Kickstart. Now this motor is seized. We had to actually disconnect the chain to roll it because it wasn't moving, so the motor seized. So we were crossing our finger, and we got the bike at a really good price, being that it was going to be used for parts. So after disassembling it, we started finding some things wrong with it, but in all luck, we're hoping that this one part was intact, because we got this bike for $250, and this part here we can't find, so it was worth the gamble. So now this is a 91, so we were really taking a chance if this was going to work or not. So after taking everything apart, and you can see I had to break off one of the bolts because the housing is pretty jacked up anyways, and the head was stripped. But we took this out, and all the teeth are intact, and it's not the same as ours. So a 91 250 two-stroke KTM has a different gearing for the Kickstart opposed to a 1990. But I brought this one over here to this bike, the one we're using it on, and let me show you the difference right off the bat. So the one that broke is a 1990, which is this one here. Now see the housing, or not the housing so much the housing, but the actual gear on the inside that free spins one way and catches the other is different from this one. You can see this one looks like a little knuckle, and this one actually looks like a swing body. But they function the same way. One way they free spin. Let me see if I could get this all the way over to the end so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. So this one right here, it free spins this direction, but on this way it catches. Same thing here. It free spins in this direction and catches in that direction. But you can see the difference. Now, the length of them are identical. I sized them up side by side, and I was hoping that the shaft wouldn't be longer on one opposed to the other. I'm working with one hand, so Give me a second and get this lined up. There's a kind of view. The 91 does look a hair shorter. Okay, a hair shorter. Because when I stand them up, you can see a difference. Like just a hair. Not much, just a hair. Okay, but what I was scared of is the diameter of the outside body here. This one here looks thicker. But I did put it in place where it needs to be, and it fits good. So you'll see, there it is, and it's not rubbing. It's not rubbing at all. It's seated perfect. So I would say the 91 and 92 year is compatible with the 90, even though the gearing in the back looks different. As long as you don't interchange that centerpiece and the whole shaft, but use it as a whole, as a replacement for the 90, I think it's gonna work fine. So I wanted to put that out there because I've been looking and I didn't find no videos on whether or not a 91 Kickstart gear assembly would be compatible on a 90, and it is. Thanks for watching.